Hey there, everybody. This is Conquest, and I am back. I know there were some video quality and audio desynchronization issues on the last video. They should be fixed now, but I won't know until I finish with this part. So I did a little bit off camera. All I really did was make a bunch of trees and compost some string from the trees and some saplings into dirt. Sieve the dirt to get stone, which I then used to make this slab furnace, which I then used to make torches, and then I made a bunch of slabs to add a layer on top of the other slabs now that I have torches and don't need to have slabs because it was bothering me. Because everything would sort of just float when I put it on top of them. And besides that, I also took the water out of those. I made a bucket, and I made an infinite water source. And crucible. So I'm halfway to a bucket of lava, and then I will make a cobble gen. Probably using this purple stained clay. It's probably the best bet I have for non-flammable things. Oh, I could also use this gravel and sand. I may do that. That's probably easier. There's not a layer of stuff underneath that, so it'll just fall into the void, probably. Anyway, I finished at least one quest. Yeah. Okay. Bucket. Just get some clay from that. So I got the porcelain clay, then I got a crucible, then I have to make the lava bucket, and I get 2 aluminum brass from that. Not bad. This one's going to be semi-easy once I get the cobble gen going. The only hard part is it takes a while. You just have to have a bucket of water, a barrel of water, surrounded by cobblestone, and gradually that barrel will empty its water into the stone around it and make it mossy. But it takes a while. I'm not sure if there's anything you can do to speed it up. Maybe multiple barrels. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do this one next because it's easy. Do I have any string left? No, I do not. That is a pity. So what I really need to do is finish the stone thing, because that will make things a lot easier once I get a cobble gen going. But okay, I wanted to get another tree going so that I could silkworm it. If I have multiple silkworms, I generally am stupid and don't cook them. I just make it speed up the tree. Okay. Although I have made and eaten a decent amount of those silkworms. I have a pan over there, which I guess I don't really need now that I have the slab furnace. In retrospect. Oh, didn't realize I had a giant thing of planks down there. Oh well. I'm rather hoping I get a sapling from this. I don't believe I have a spare oak one. I think I've used all of them. I had a particularly bad run of trees. There we go. Good. As long as I get one from each tree, then that's fine. I would prefer to get several. But I will take one, as opposed to running out of saplings forever. I know I have like the birch and the spruce and all those, but I mean, it's oak. You can't have Minecraft without an oak tree. I feel like I should have run through the durability on this axe by now. It's not really it's kind of the least sturdy of any possible axe. But what do I know? Okay. I think I am gonna set these to cook. It's a lot faster in there than the pan. I don't know why anyone would want to use a pan if they didn't have one of these. But, I mean, it was good as a thing before I had the slab furnace. big tree. That is not good. I mean, it's not bad, it's just less than ideal for silkworm issues. I have to climb up. I have to separate it before it starts to take all of the parts that are infesting and move them to the new tree. But it should be fine now. I don't think any parts are touching. And it should be fine with regards to like how wide this tree is. I think it's either just within the boundary of my island or just slightly over, which is fine. I don't want to have to climb down and then all the way back up. And I'm probably gonna, I mean, I always like to have a few of these lying around anyway. You can't go wrong with having a few of them lying around. And with regards to the vein mining of the nether ores that I thought about on the last episode, I'm not going to do that. What instead I'm going to do, because I had forgotten this was a thing, and I think it's a thing, is I think that it doesn't do the exploding thing is if you do it with a silk touch pick, so that's what I'm going to pursue. I forget exactly how you make the silky gem, but I don't imagine it'll be that hard. In fact, I'm curious, actually. Emerald. I can get it from sieving, lumen brass, or gold. That's easy. Now I'll just have one pick that silk touches and one that doesn't. Which is fine. I feel like I should have off-cameraed a bit more, but I didn't want to progress too much off-camera. But, I mean, again, I won't be offended at all if anyone watching this chooses to skip forward a couple parts. So I understand how boring these first couple of parts are in any Agrarian Skies Let's Play. This one less so than the first one. But, I mean, it's just crooking a bunch of trees. That's all that the first parts of these really are. But once I get a cobble gen going, I should be able to speed things up even just slightly. And that's one thing I love about Agrarian Skies 2 as opposed to the first one, is that it has X asterisk instead of X Oculo, I think was the old one that was the addition to Nihilo. Which is basically the same, except that it adds an auto hammer and an auto sieve, which are the greatest things that have ever existed in this world. No longer will you have to have 20 million autonomous activators around a regular old sieve. Now you can just power one to do it for you with RF. And apply fortune upgrades to it. And speed. And in its initial state of super slow and not really super lucky, it's so cheap to power. It's like 6 RF per tick or something. I'm just sort of trying to fill the time here. This is the world's most giant tree. How many saplings do I even have at this point? 18. Okay, wow. That's multiple dirt. I'm not complaining. I'm just surprised. Bye, silkworm. So I was incorrect earlier when I thought this was within the boundaries of my little floating square. Whoa! Ow. My face. Well, let's just run around and pick up all the stuff that dropped that I missed. If there is anything else. Delicious and nutritious, just not very filling. Okay. I'm pretty sure the other tree is done by now, from the looks. And looks like it may be starting to decay a little bit or something, or I got a little bit crook happy trying to separate them. Probably that one. Another thing that makes the Cobble Gen thing a lot easier in this one is Jaded actually enabled the transfer nodes from extra utilities, which in the first Agrarian Sky she turned off because I guess they were too easy. I mean, for like mid to end game, we probably just have a bunch of igneous extruders, but the transfer nodes are really, really good. When you can, I mean, they're not super expensive either. It's more just getting to the point where you can have, like, redstone, I think is the main one. Maybe a little bit of iron. About as far as I've gotten in this pack is I've automated my sifting and had it all go to a smelter. That's about as far as I've ever gotten in this. So, I haven't gotten, like, super in-game in this. But I intend to. Just figure I should probably start chopping this down before stuff starts to spawn on it. Because that would be what would happen with my luck. Because while I do have the island sufficiently torched down there, this I do not have sufficiently torched. Get over here, Silky. Why are there even this many leaves over there? There's like 2 logs, that's it. I'm glad I'm standing on a log. Because if the thing decayed and I fell like I did earlier, I would just go straight. I hate it when they fall, like when you break the thing and the block kind of jumps and then veers over slightly just enough to go off the edge. It's infuriating. Okay, that should be about done with this tree. Gone through like 8 crooks on this tree. I mean, not really, but metaphorically, I have. Nope, there's still at least 1 or 2. Breaking out the crook for 2, 3. Okay. Well, I haven't had wood for days, at least. That's nice. It's always nice. Oh, missed that one. Dang it. I was hoping it would pop, but no. It had to jump. Had nothing to live for anymore. Friggin' log. So, should be about done with this. 35 trees. Or saplings. My word. That is like way more saplings than I would have thought I would get from a single tree. Let's just go ahead and slap a bunch of these into these. Get them going. Yeah, that's about what I wanted. 3 extras, but usually more than enough to keep me going. I mean, generally if you use crooks, you'll get at least 1 from each tree. And that's only if you're unlucky. I mean, you can get none, I think, but it's not generally something you're going to run into. How many logs did I get? Close to a stack. Good. Okay, time to actually crook this one. Because I wanted to do that fishing rod thing. Because, I mean, that quest, fishing isn't in this game is annoying, but it's doable. I'm at least passable in it. No. You're loud and annoying, Rain. No one likes you. And I don't need you now that I have infinite water. Because physics... Okay, I can't reach that. Did I get all the string? I think I got all the string. Unless there's one in that top one. I should probably move the string tree out a little bit. So that it doesn't keep fusing with this tree. Because it's fused with this tree every time they're both up. Where's this string? 24 string. That is more than I need. Which is good. Okay, I should throw some stuff in this chest. Oh, yeah, I got some melon seeds when I was sifting all the dirt. And I don't know why I didn't throw these books in there. I don't really ever need that, or I have an extra quest book. Don't need that yet. I mean, it does 8 damage. It's a really good weapon, and I think it upgrades like it's a weapon too. I've gotten upgrades that like it increases its attack damage and stuff. Just go ahead and throw those into the smelt thing. Started calling it a smeltery, but I had to quickly amend that statement to smelt thing because that sounds less stupid apparently. Okay. If I'm lucky, I'll get stuff like potato seeds or grass seeds. I generally get a decent amount of grass seeds. Oh, regular seeds, I'll take that. Grass seeds, yay! Another grass seed. I think the drop rate on those is a little bit higher than it was in the first one. 7%. It's pretty good. So for future quests, I'm going to need pumpkin seeds, which is a 3% chance, and carrot seeds, which are a 2% chance. Which is also the percent for potato seeds. I don't remember if I've gotten any of those yet. I don't think I have. I had the option to get them, but the other rewards were too tempting. When I could just sift dirt endlessly to get the other one. Because pumpkins are really, really good for this, because if you upgrade them fully with Agricraft, you get 4 at once and they grow really fast. And it only takes 6 pumpkins for 1 dirt. Like in my last world, I had I had a farm where it was like 8 strips of dirt. Each one of those would produce 32 of the thing on it. Have I done any other quests? No. Where was the fishing one? There's the fishing one. Kind of forgot what I was doing. I read somewhere that this is a valid thing. Well, I'll be. That actually does work. Hopefully this goes a little bit faster than it did previously, because before I got a fish, I got like 5 tripwires, a couple of name tags. Wow, first try. Oh wait, it has to be a raw fish, not a raw salmon. Because a salmon isn't a raw fish, apparently. Curses, I was getting a drink of my soda. I thought I'd have some warning via the whatever that little trail of fish coming towards it. Which looks really weird when it's a very small pool of water. But no. Come on. No, you're in there, fish, even though I could probably just wade in there and just grab you with my bare hands, because there's not like there's really anywhere you could go. There we go. Curses, another one of these. Feel free to fast forward like 5 minutes. I'm going to be here a while. I wonder if that would hit me if I just kept standing there. Fishing is so weird in Minecraft. So weird. You feel like they would have fixed it by now? There we go. I wonder what meta stands for. Probably some sort of robot thing, seeing as farmers is the other one. Okay. Millstone. I don't believe this works with turning flour into... Oh! She's fixed it. It didn't used to work. Okay. I think it was wood slabs make the bowls. I can never remember. Yeah. I mean, I don't have any wheat yet, but... Come to think of it, but that's fine. Okay, that should be enough to start me off with the cobble gen. Just need to let that melt. Meanwhile, I will try to pick this up. Okay, that's one failure. But that will be the only one. Okay. Just let that go down for a moment. We just put one under that dirt as well. Alrighty. That should keep them from falling into the void. Okay. I would hit F7 to see what I just made available to spawn on, but I'm not sure if that does anything with the recording software. I forgot to check that. I only know which one does the video. Let me just get the water out of that one. Okay. I'll just put wood there. Beautiful. For neatness purposes. How are we doing there, Crucible? Okay. Getting there. I think I finished the... Oh, right, I haven't actually gotten the bucket of lava yet. Broken iron ore. Well, I can at least attempt that one. Got gravel. And I don't need a ton of things for the cobble gen, although I think I should probably at least try to make this first. Okay. How do I want to do this? Only the lava part really needs the clay. So the lava's going to be over here. My plan is want to put it here, but actually oh dang it, that's the water one is the one with the hole. Never remember the basic shape I use for these, especially when I have limited ingredients. Okay, so the water will go in here. And the clay will go in here. There's the lava, not the clay. Because if there's one I want to mess up, it's the water, not the lava. Good. It's done. Let's just finish that up while I've got it. I've made a terrible mistake. But I have the clay to remedy it at least. Should have done the water first. But it's fine. Don't really need slabs that much right now anyway. Oh, bless me. Okay. Infinite water goes there. Yep. I forgot water. Ruins everything. Okay, I may want to extend this out slightly then. If that's how it's going to be, I should probably also put some under here. I can't get to that one. That's fine. There we go. That's what I wanted. And beautiful. Rightio. So got a cobble gen going. This is just the basic first one you're gonna have. Let me just make that out of less flammable things. I mean, just in case, you never know. I think I'm going to end this part here because I've accomplished what I've set it to do, which is the cobble gen. Make sure I didn't finish anything else. Does not appear I did. Just munch on some of these. Should probably put these in the thing. What can I actually make with these? I forget. There was something else good, but I don't remember what it was. Must have been the other kind of... just the regular fish, maybe. Fish sticks. That's what it was. That gives you 2 shanks and most of a saturation one for just fish and a flower. What? That's weird. Okay. So I'm going to end this part here. And I may off camera a bit of expanding out and building stuff, but I won't do too much. So until next time, this has been Conquest. Farewell.